Happy New Year. Happy 2024. And hello to all my educators, parents, and friends. If this is your first visit to my channel, welcome and welcome 2024. I am Dr. Blissfull, and I am here to give you tips and tricks for elementary education, whether you're a parent or an educator or anything else. I am also the author of Breaking Free of Bullying, where I provide strategies for your kiddos and you to be safe, happy, and live an emotionally healthy life. If you are a returning guest, shaka, and how's it? So how is it this brand new year? I cannot believe it. It's just like I try not to go too much into it because it's crazy making to me that it's actually 2024. I'm not going to tell you when I was born, but it was a hell of a long time ago. So I decided to dress a little pizzazzy for the occasion, for the New Year occasion. I don't uh, usually dress up for these, as you can tell, but the last couple of episodes I looked at, I thought, good God in heaven, like, first of all, I looked like I hadn't slept in hours. I mean, I just look so bloodshot and just worn out, and I'm like, holy moly. But for the purposes of this video, this channel, the support, I've really made a vow not to make it about appearances and about being in a fashion show. That's why the one video with me in the braids, I'm like, I was really not feeling well that day. I had put my back out and I thought, you know what? If I don't do it, I'm not gonna do it, and then it's just all gonna go to kaput. So I just sat there with my braids, and if you go back and look at my first two videos, I literally was just in bed because I had thrown out my back. But I had also wanted to make a commitment because I was so bored and missing the classroom. If you hadn't heard, I've been out of the classroom since 2017, and this holiday season was the first season I did not have any students, any kids. So it was really kind of dull. It was kind of sad and boring. I'm used to like singing songs and acting like I'm 10 and or sometimes 5, sometimes 3, and it was just really kind of ordinary. So I thought, well, what can I do to give back to the community? And I really want to give all my knowledge and information to those that need it, whether it's a parent or a new teacher or maybe a veteran teacher, needs some spicing up or pizzazz. I doubt it though, because we're all controlling, right? So, yeah, so 2024, I'm going to continue to put these channels together and give you as much information as I can and pivot depending on when somebody actually leaves me a comment and needs help or assistance with something. My goal too, and I've had this for since COVID 2020. I really deep down, low key, have a passion for teaching illiterate people how to read, adult illiterate people, or people struggling that are in the prison system. I don't know why. It's something that I feel very strongly about, and I had started to do it in COVID, but we were we were on meltdown, and we couldn't go anywhere. And then shortly after they started letting us venture out, when I started applying for the application, it was just like crazy making the things and the hoops that they make you jump through to help. And I'm thinking, no wonder nobody volunteers. It's just so ridiculous and strenuous. And I was like stressing out. I'm like, well, if I'm going to volunteer my time, I don't want to be stressed out. So maybe if in the prison system or however that works are allowed to watch videos and YouTubes, hopefully somebody there will pick up on my YouTube videos and it'll be helpful for them. Ideally, you want to work one-on-one with adults get to know them, build a rapport so that you can better assist them. And we'll talk about rapport building, not in this session, but maybe in the next one. I'm going to pause for a moment because someone's like talking really loud outside. Okay, sorry about that. So, if anybody knows anybody that works in Orange County and that knows a little bit about the prison system and how it works and how we can volunteer or get our messages or channels across, please let me know because that's something that I'm really passionate about. I think it's really important to build the self-esteem, build the rapport, and that's what this channel is about. It's all about building self-worth. And, you know, everybody makes mistakes. God knows I've made a gazillion. Some are bigger than others. Some have a higher price to pay. Uh, and sadly, sometimes you make that one mistake and you're donezo, you know, which is unfortunate because I really think rehab is really important. Anyways, enough about my tangent about that, but that's something that I want to do in the new year is really reach out to those that don't have the services available to them to really help them get to the next level of reading and build their literacy and also build that love of reading. Okay. All right. So in this new year, we're going to talk and build upon our last lesson. We are in now lesson 8. Yes. Can't believe it. 8 videos. Okay. So this is my 8 is my lucky number because we're ready to do it. You know, 8 up. Yeah, let's do some 8 claps, 8 up. So yeah, obviously, you know, what 8, 8 clap is and you know what school I went to. So we're going to do verbs and we're going to continue. Last time we did nouns and we talked about how to build that around things in the home. And now we're going to do verbs because celebrate is a verb. And we're going to celebrate this new year by bringing in joy and help and abundance. So, same kind of deal. We have our verbs here that I've put. This time our verbs are in blue color. Our nouns were in green, if you recall. And the way we're going to start this lesson, this is a pre-K lesson to third. Oh, so let me go over the standards first in my notes. So for pre-K in this lesson, and I'll put them in the comments as well. Describe familiar people, places, things, and events. So again, you can describe what the people are doing, what things, the purposes for the things, and then events, right? In K, we use frequently occurring verbs. That's the standard. In grade 1, it's matching verbs to singular or plural nouns. So for example, I hop, we hop, she or he hops, not we hopted, you know, which is, I think they say that till 3rd grade, really. We hopped into school. Second grade is past verb tense, using that properly. The past. So again, we don't say hopped. It's hopped. We said I went to the fence. I didn't go. I go to the fence. I go to school. So we want to make sure that they're using the proper tense verb on that place. 3rd grade is to use irregular and regular verbs properly. So irregular verbs, or rather regular verbs, are any verb that you just add an ed. So hop, hopped, walk, walked, sit, sitted. No, that's irregular because we say sat. So talk, talked, speak, speaked. No, speak. Excuse me, speak, spoke. So that would be irregular. Pardon me. So anytime you add an ed, that's a regular verb. An irregular verb would be like go, went, gone, things like that. Or eat, ate, eaten. Those are irregular verbs. So that's 3rd grade. Fourth grade are progressive verbs and using them properly. I am walking, I was walking, I will be walking. Okay. Sometimes they get mixed up, especially if they're from a different country. Low key, even people that were born here. I'm like, my husband always goes, "What does he say? It drives me bloody bonkers." He says, "So yeah, I had gone, no, I had went to the store, or I had went here," and I'm like, "You're a writer, for crying out loud. It's not I had went, it's I had gone." Here's me bloody bonkers. Anyway, that's the control freak in me, right? And then fifth grade is formulate perfect verb tenses. I had walked, I have walked, I will have walked. So it gets more in depth. So again, you're going to formulate these lessons according to that standard. I can't do it all in one lesson today, but I can give you a good head start. Okay. And what I love about this game too, and you can do it with nouns, is that in my classroom, everything was a game. Every single lesson that I did was a game. And it was just so much fun. And I'll go more into games later, and I can give you so many ideas of what I did in the classroom that was a game that made learning so much fun and made the kids want to come to school. Uh, but I will tell you the one game today. So again, we're going to start with Simon Says. And it's been a minute since I taught fifth grade and fourth grade. It's been about a year or two when I was working for this nonprofit organization that promoted literacy in Compton. And I'm trying to think, did we do? They like, kids really do like games, but they just don't want to tell you that they like it. So we're going to start with Simon Says. Simon says clap. Simon says stand. Simon says run. Simon says hop. Simon says jump. Do you know the difference between hop and jump? Most people don't. If you jump, you use 2 feet. If you hop, you're just on 1 foot. So that's the difference between a hop and a jump. So on and so forth, right? So you play the game 5-10 minutes, and as they settle down, now Simon says, sit down. Simon says, put your hands in your lap. Simon says, zip it. Mouth shut. Just kidding. Never say that in the classroom if you're a new teacher. Never. Those kids will go, and it's like they're transcribing. They're telling everybody in the family what you did, what you said, how you said it. I really just think there should be cameras in the classroom. I would personally rather have cameras in the classroom because it's a safety issue. And, kids are very savvy. And sometimes it's scary. I've been in a couple of situations where it was like, I wouldn't talk to parents alone and on my phone in my classroom. I would always take the phone calls in the office. Anyways, that's a discussion for a different day. So now we're going to talk about, okay, a verb is an action word. So, for example, something that you can do. Tell me something that you can do. Sometimes they'll say dog, cat, and then I'll say, can you dog? Can you cat? But hopefully with the Simon Says, it's already set them up for success. So, can you hop? Like Simon Says, what did we do in Simon Says? Hop. All right. Yes, we hopped. Okay. And all those things that we did, wiggle, so on and so forth, jump, so on and so forth. We're going to go ahead and put those on our word wall. If you're a parent, you can use your notebook. We have sit, we have jump, we have run, we have cheer, we have clap. I was never a cheerleader in college, but I did cheer in the NFL, and it was super fun. And I'm still crazy like that. So we have all our verbs here. And again, we're writing it in pen. And then remember that your kiddos are going to trace over in the color of the verb. So my verbs are blue and my nouns are green. Now, if you're at home, what you want to do is maybe have them put it in alphabetical order. Now, alphabetical order starts in first grade. So, in first grade, students learn to alphabetize to the first letter. So, for example, in first grade, they can alphabetize boat, car, dog. So, just kind of like these, because this is jump, run, sit, cheer, clap, except for these two, because they both start with C, and that would be second grade. In second grade, they start to do the third or fourth letter. So CC, then HL. Okay, which one would come first? Always have your cheat sheet just like anything else. You have your alphabet so that they can look and you or sing the song, right? Okay, in third grade, uh, the same, but a little bit more complex going down the line. So you're going to do the second and third uh, letters in a word. In fourth grade, it's more arranging things like the names of all the students in your class in order from the first letter to the last letter of the alphabet. So you would also say, if we wanted to create a list of different fruits in alphabetical order, apple comes before banana because A comes before B. So more arranging and explaining. And then in fifth grade, it's more of an indexing method in which names, terms, or words are arranged in the same sequence as the letters of the alphabet. So that's the difference in those alphabetization. Right. Now, if you're a teacher, one thing that I would do, first grade's a little bit harder because some kids can write the flashcards, but kindergarten, no way. Kindergarten, you wouldn't do that. Kindergarten, you do a different lesson. You probably, in kindergarten, you would do flashcards like this. Okay. You show them class and they jump. And one starts jumping, they all start jumping. Okay, what's this word? Okay, and they run in place. And a lot of it is copying, but it's still fun. And it's one of those activities where you're teaching a lesson and it's not working and they're starting to get antsy and you're starting to like lose your mind. That's a really good activity to do. Okay, everybody up. We're going to do flashcard reading and they just start doing the motions. You can do that in first grade as well. But in second, third, and so on and so forth, obviously in fourth and fifth grades, the verbs are going to be longer and more complex. So you have them each, maybe not more than three in a group. Ideally, two is best. And they're going to write their flashcards, probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, maybe 7 or 8. Mix them all up, and then you just have a contest. Blow the whistle, go. Whoever can put them in alphabetical order quickest. And then sometimes you can have different stacks so that they have different words and they love it. And so when whoever gets it done first, they call out their name, Team Bruins or, Team Dodgers, whatever. Okay. And then you verify and then they get points. And then we play that and then we switch the cards to each group. And we play that a couple of times. And then what I do is I use those points towards a test either on medicine. So if they get even if the kiddos that aren't really getting it, they're going to still benefit from those higher leveled students, and then also they get the benefit of the points towards their test for that lesson. So that's just one way I incorporate games and having fun and movement and interaction. So you got the reading, you got the writing, you got the kinesthetic activity, you have the competition. It's fun, and yeah. So that's the New Year lesson for 2024, which is verbs and alphabetizing. Okay, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead because it's been quite a day. So I will see you next time when we're doing, what are we going to do next time? Let me see. I think what we're going to do is we're going to talk about similar sounds and highlighting. Uh, more like starting to work on phonemic awareness and phonics. Okay. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's and hope you're not too tired, if you know what I mean. And we'll see you next time. Shaka, and have a great day.